evening. We're starting this weather segment by looking at the recent past. This is a 6-hour running loop, and you can see with the start of it, the line of precipitation has moved through this afternoon, and you see a lot of it has been to the north, covering the Champaign area. That system is continuing to move through, and here we see most recently moving through the entire viewing area, but there is some residual effect and a possible second wave on the way, maybe later tonight. This, of course, is an answer to prayers for many people. We are in dry circumstances. Many ponds and rivers have certainly shown the effects of basically a summer-long season of an absence of rainfall. Here in east central Illinois, folks in lakes, for example, have had problems. Normally it's a nice time of year for boating. Now it's dangerous. This man just built a dock. He has to jump down into the boat and then climb out of it. Should have been a little bit different. Running totals currently, we're 9/10 of an inch of rain there in Decatur, an inch and a tenth in Champaign. Terre Haute still not registering officially, and again, most of these rainfall totals are about the same. Charleston now officially at half an inch, and the rainfall has been constant here at EIU. Overnight tonight, lows near 50. We're expecting our winds to pick up, and the winds will tell a bit of a story this weekend. They're from the south right now. They'll be turning to the west overnight, and then from the northwest tomorrow, that'll bring down some colder air. Here is the low pressure system. We looked at that on the satellite, but you can see the movement, and you see the counterclockwise movement as the low pressure system moves through. And looking toward tomorrow morning at about 9 a.m., we may have some partial clearing. Now, why is that important? Well, for some people who look up into the sky, you don't want to look at it directly. There is an eclipse on the way tomorrow. These are your times in Charleston. Hopefully we'll have some clearing. 10:35 is when the eclipse starts. 11:59 is at its peak. That's just before noon. And 1:27 in the afternoon is when it's all done. This is called an annular eclipse. This photo, by the way, is from the National Park Service. An annular eclipse is when the edge of the sun remains visible around the moon. Let's step aside and take a look at our temperatures for day parts tomorrow. You can see that we're predicting the rain to stop around sunrise, but it will be a cold day tomorrow. It's going to be about 10 to 15 degrees below normal, and that will continue to be the case with those northwest winds. The temperatures just won't be picking up much in the late afternoon tomorrow. Now, your weekend outlook after Saturday with the showers early, breezy on Sunday with winds from the northwest, keeping temperatures down, and then on Monday a high pressure system starts to move in. We'll be up to 61, but that's still about 10 degrees below normal for this time of year. Some benchmarks, speaking of temperature, an early freeze, well, officially we got down to 32 degrees yesterday morning. Many people speak of freeze as a hard freeze, 28 degrees, which typically occurs in late October. Last year we had a hard freeze on October 19th and 20th. Will this be the case this year? We seem to be stuck a little bit with our screen, but we are not anticipating an early hard freeze. There's your 7-day outlook.